Hey guys, let's play X-Files, the game. Yes, there's a game based on the popular TV show X-Files. It originally came out in 1998 for PC, this being like more of like a point-and-click adventure type of game. But this is the 1999 PS1 version, and the reason I'm playing the PS1 version is simply because it's easier to run it. This game has never been re-released or remastered, so unfortunately, to run the original PC version, you actually kind of need an old PC. So I'm playing the PS1 version. And I don't believe you play as Mulder and Scully in this. You play as
great day to be late.
New characters.
Some big gun in from DC. I don't know what's
But
up.
still considered a fairly beloved game, though, I think. Okay. So, let's see. Funny, indifferent, or paranoid. So I can respond in a different way. Funny or indifferent? I'll respond indifferently, I guess.
I doubt it has anything to do with us.
My access to my PDA and cell phone. Okay, interesting. Remember PDAs, guys? They're like the predecessor to smartphones. No, that looks like an Apple Newton. I even see the Apple logo down there. Is that I'm kind of impressed that they're able to use that without Apple actually raising any issues, because that clearly looks like an Apple logo on it. Yeah, like a tiny Apple logo on it. Looks like an Apple Newton. And that's yeah, an Ericsson type mobile phone. Ericsson or Nokia. It could be Nokia too, but it looks more like an Ericsson to me. I remember Ericsson phones. They're pretty popular back in the 90s. Okay, let's look at the PDA. What happens here?
You have mail.
You have mail. Oh my god. See, look at that. It is an Apple Newton. Oh my god. Okay, they must have licensed this then. Okay, there's no way they would have gotten away with this if Apple didn't let them, right? So, I mean, that's clearly an Apple logo, and it clearly says Newton there. So it's clearly an Apple Newton. So they must have licensed this or Apple must have, paid to put this in or something like that. Because, yeah, it even says Apple Newton. Names aren't even changed or anything. Okay, let's see. Wow, I can't believe there's an Apple Newton in a video game. Okay. I never actually owned an Apple Newton. I've owned other PDAs like the Palm Pilot and Handspring Visor, but yeah, pretty interesting to see it. Oh, actually, I can travel using my PDA. Okay, that's interesting. That's how you travel, is using your PDA, I guess. And we're in Seattle here. That's a setting. To FMV videos, that being the thing of the time, right? This is the late 90s game, so yeah, FMV video games are still a thing. I would say FMV video games really peaked in the mid 90s, and then by the late 90s they're still there, but they're kind of dying off a bit. And then by the early 2000s there was still like a few FMV games, but they were like generally, looked down upon by that time. But really the mid 90s was kind of the peak of FMV games. I'm talking about like 94 to 97-ish. I would say, or 93 even, because that Sega CD came out that year. But it's cool going back to FMV games because they're like campy and they're like such a product of its time, such a product of its era. What's this? Okay, let's take a look at the pictures. Yeah, this is kind of the point and click adventure style, pretty popular in the mid to late 90s, the style. From a first-person perspective, first-person perspective, point-and-click adventures really took off after Myst and Seventh Guest. Those are like the two most popular of the time. This Myst and Seventh Guest were both really popular, and then after that, a whole bunch of first-person point-and-click adventure games came out. Complaint for divorce. Oh no, am I getting divorced? Complaint for divorce. Okay, marry for herself. Describe the child will be held. Oh, so okay. I guess I'm getting divorced with my wife, and we have a child together. Be held in joint parental custody. Okay. Okay, so that's the divorce papers. Divorce papers. That's complicated stuff, man. Oh, good old 90s computer with a CRT monitor. Is there, what else? Kronos Quartet, okay. Okay, nothing to see there. I think that's... What is this thing anyways? It looks like scenes from early colonial life America or something. What else? Yeah, it'll be a lot easier to play this on PC because of the mouse, but can't get it working on PC, so no choice but to use PS1, which I have to use the D-pad for. D-pad is definitely not good for these kind of games. Mouse is way better. Mouse cursor. Oh my god, Ramones. I'm really a big fan of the Ramones, huh? Blitzwig Bop. Alright. Alright, journal. Okay. Sharks, okay. April 1st, 1996. Okay, so that's kind of my journal and diary. Okay. What's this, bathroom? That's me. Nope. Pretty decently handsome guy, I would say. Not bad looker. Reference Civil War. Oh, Abraham Lincoln? Okay. What's the Civil War stuff about? Open that. Okay, so that was my apartment in Seattle. And I can go to field office. I think I look a bit like your early I look kind of a bit like Matthew Perry, actually. I don't know who the real actor is, but he looks a bit like Matthew Perry from Friends. U.S. Bureau of Investigation. Is that the same thing as the FBI? Like the Federal Bureau of Investigation? Of course, with X-Files, it's like they're dealing with more paranormal stuff, right? Like alien activity and stuff. It's been a while since I watched X-Files, actually. I remember watching it in the 90s, but that was a while ago. I don't think I've watched it since the 90s, to be honest. But I do remember it being very popular. Everyone remembers the theme song of X-Files, right? Do, 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 do. Yep. Okay. I don't watch CSI either. Wanted posters. Dunkin' Donuts. Man, been a long time since I've seen one of those. Those are usually on the East Coast, not the West Coast so much. Yeah, we don't really have too many Dunkin' Donuts. And then Canada mostly has Timmy's, right? Tim Hortons, so we don't really have too much Dunkin' Donuts. It's mostly on the East Coast. Yeah, I've been living in California, West Coast for such a long time. Cell phone. Oh man. Okay. Is this an Eric? Oh, it's a Nokia, right? It looked kind of like an Ericsson initially, but no, this is definitely Nokia, and they must have gotten Nokia's like permission to use this as well, because Nokia cell phones back in the 90s, so dominant. Nokia was such a dominant phone maker for a long time, and then they just fell off a cliff after iPhone came out.
You have reached the automated messaging system of the Seattle FBI field office. Messages for Armistead Shanks cannot be taken at this time. Your number has been recorded.
But this one.
Hi, this is Barbara. I just bought this machine and I can't do a thing
It's
with
answering
it.
machines.
Do you have a listed number?
Remember it's actually voicemail, but or it could be answering machine too, I guess. Yeah, remember, people did have answering machines back in the 90s, so...
You have reached CCOM voicemail services. Voicemail for
John Amos.
is unavailable at this time.
Yeah, that's really accurate. That is actually... Did they record that just for this game? That's super accurate. That, yeah, sounds just like when you call someone and you don't get an answer.
You have reached the automated messaging system of the Seattle FBI.
Yeah, it sounds just like what would happen if you don't reach someone. Wow. Yeah, they did a lot of good work on this game. Blank forms. Okay. Supplies. Just can't do anything there. Where else can I go?
You have mail.
Let's read my mail then. Oops. Finally got a break on the pull tab counterfeiters. Okay. Rugby rules. Wilmore. Late 90s. I guess there was ICQ and AIM and MSN and YIM even by late 90s, right? So they could have just used that. Instant messenger programs. Okay. FBI, right. It is the FBI. Okay, how come the first one is... Miss anything here? Oops, nope, not that. Oh, who's that? Wait, who's that?
Hey, partner, how's it going?
So who's the big gun from DC?
I think his name is Skinner. Assistant Director Skinner.
Did Shank seem upset?
Well, he smiled at me. That's never a good sign.
What case is you working on?
Pull tab counterfeiters and the militia group still active in the Northern Cascades. I'm an assist to the DEA on a meth lab ring, but I'm handling things okay.
Okay. That's my partner. The Experimenter. I don't know that movie. Nothing there. There's really nothing there. Yep, it's not. Nothing on the shelf.
Come back later, please.
Shanks. He's not, yeah, talkative right now. Okay. Well, let's go out then. Okay. Seattle's the only place we can go. Crime lab. Guess we'll have to go there.
Hey, Mr. Wilmore. Good to see you. It's been a while.
You working on anything good?
Nope, it's been very slow. I count on you FBI guys to keep my life interesting.
How's your wife?
Ex, you mean? She's good. She's taking the kids to her mom's for Easter. Yours?
My wife?
No, your ex-kids. Yeah, your wife.
Good, I guess. We haven't really spoken in a while.
Yeah, because I'm getting divorced papers. I saw.
Hey,
those.
don't you owe me $1?
From what, that basketball game? No way, that crooked partner of yours cheated.
Cook? He never cheated a day in his life.
Don't hold your breath over that buck. The boys in the crime lab are officially protesting.
Okay. What else to do in crime lab here? Ooh, that's kind of scary. That's kind of that's an alien, isn't it? Alien head there. Oh wait, that was it? Wait, no, there's got to be more. You just took the wrong exit. Okay, let's see. Anything over here? Nope. So that was the exit. No, really? That's it? Nowhere else to go? Wow. Okay, well that's it then, I guess. Huh. Well, anyways, I guess that's it. That's the only 3 locations I can go to, right? Don't know what to do. Oops. Yep. Well, that's it. Yeah, I've visited all 3 locations. What's on my notepad here? Nothing. Remember when they used to have this is a Newton, right? So they have the handwriting recognition stuff, which was actually it was pretty impressive back in the 1991, I think, when Newton came out, but of course it's not good compared to later PDAs like the Palm Pilot. Anyways, the X-Files game, guys, yeah, it's actually pretty nicely done. It's got high production values, and yeah, like I think all the FMV sequences, and even they got like the Apple Newton and Nokia to put their names in here, so it's fairly high production, I would say, for an FMV game. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a nice X-Files game or an FMV adventure game with, you know, investigations and sci-fi stuff, check it out. But yeah, just like with all point-and-click adventure games, you really got to figure out what to do. So just be aware of that. You really got to figure out where to go and then what items to use and at what time, who to talk to, etc. But for me, I think I've already been to all the locations, talked to everyone, so don't know what to do now. Anyways, X-Files the game. It's pretty well produced, actually. Pretty good. Yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, I don't know how to get the modern version. Like, if there's a way to get the actual PC version working, that would be good. But just the PS1 is just the easier way to get it to work on modern computers.